Hey all, this is the clip for release version 1.2. In this release I've added the feature of the emulator link, which allows you to synchronize data from your emulator to the tool. I've only tested it with Duckstation because this is the most used emulator at this point in time, I believe, but I wouldn't be surprised if it works with EPSXE as well. Alright, let's get to it. First, I want to draw your attention to these sections on in-game, so the profile, the parameter, and the condition section, because if I open up this new pane over here, you're going to see profile, parameters, and condition section just the same. These sections, or the buttons in these sections, they sync the data in that section from this screen to the tool. So if I just select a different Digimon, so you can see if I press profile, it's going to sync our selected Digimon here into this drop down and sync the weight, and it does the same with the parameters and the condition. You can also use the individual buttons, hover over them to get a pop-up that shows you or actually a tooltip that shows you what this button does. So in this case it syncs the HP, which we can see that I've got it here, which is 800 now, so it synced that data nicely, and it does the same for everything else. As a nice little side effect, this gives you a little bit of insight into the care mistakes of your Digimon, the battles it fought, and you don't have to count the techniques anymore because you can just simply synchronize the techniques, and there you have it. That's the current amount of techniques you have. So this syncs all the calculator related data. And there is also the historic evolutions, which are also used for evolution calculation. And this also has a new button section, a small little panel down here at the bottom, which opens up. And this allows you to synchronize the different historic evolution stages, all the way from fresh to ultimate, or all of them. So I'm just going to go to the historic evolutions in game, and you'll see that I've got a couple of historic evolutions, also a couple of special ones like Pangemon, Gigurumon, Metal Adamon, and Myodismon. That is because I've installed the Vice mod and enabled the Myodismon and Pangemon patch. It's also why the other screen looked a bit different than normal. But this new feature is of course compatible with the Vice mod. You just have to enable it from the configuration, like here. So I'm gonna enable Vice mod and Myodismon Pangemon patch, and there we go. And now we also have Myodismon and the other couple of Digimon. And I'm just gonna sync everything in one go. Let's go. Boom. Now, as you can see, all of the evolutions that I have in the emulator are now also enabled in here. And I can just, if I click too many or enable a couple more and I synchronize them, it just updates the whole screen. So it disables what you had enabled that is not in the historic evolution list, and which was missing is then added. So all the data required for evolution calculation you can now sync from the emulator. Another very cool thing that I really like is I don't actually have to select any emulator process, because by default it just hooks up to, or it tries to hook up to a standard process, let's say. So I'm using the process that for me was standard when I installed Duckstation, and I'm hoping that it's the same process for everyone, or at least a lot of people. For me it was this string, so this is what the tool is trying to hook up to by default. If you don't use Duckstation or for any other reason want to hook up to a different process, or if the name is different, then you can do it like this. You just open up this screen, select the process you want to attach to, press attach, and it will attach to that. So let me actually open up these two screens. So now we've got the button section over here, and we've got the section over here. If I were to hook up to an incorrect process, like cheat engine, which doesn't have the memory values and there's nothing really to read, I click attach, boom. This screen changes. It says please connect to the emulator to enable the section, because now we're not connected anymore. And also this little panel hides away because it's disabled now. So there's no point in having it. If I then fix my connection and I attach to Duckstation again, boop, there it goes. It shows up again and this enables again because it's linked to the game. Now, if I were to close down Duckstation, that would mean that we lose connection again. It updates as well as you would expect, I suppose. If I then boot up Duckstation and load an emulator, boop, it connects again. It's basically checking every second. It's checking for a connection, whether it has a connection or whether it can make a connection, and updates the UI accordingly. So nifty little feature that is gonna help me enable a lot of other cool features in the future, for which I've already gotten requests. So the timings of those requests are just perfect. So yeah, that's it. If you've got any comments, suggestions, find any bugs, please let me know by commenting on this clip, or putting or reacting to the discussion on this release, or on the general the ideas or discussions, ideas or suggestions discussion on GitHub. Links are in the comment, or email me. You can find my email by pressing copy here, or you can just read it here. So let me know what you think. If you've got any suggestions, questions, or find any bugs, that is much appreciated. So cheers guys, have a lot of fun.